Desmond Bane, reports are coming out that he is looking to be ready to play by the preseason, which starts in September. That's always good to hear. Also, he's got a camp going on.
Is that true?
Right
I haven't heard that.
Yeah, there was a report. I think Chris Harrington put that out, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, man, that's big time.
That he's on pace to be good by the preseason. Also, he's doing a camp with backpacks for kids, and they're giving out 4 tickets to regular season games this year for kids who receive backpacks. That's dope, man. Like, I love how the Grizzlies, even like the younger guys, are coming in with that philanthropic mentality. You know what I mean, for the Grizzlies. So that's dope for sure. Also of note, Chris Harrington did a mailbag for the Daily Memphian, and he asked the question: is Desmond Bane an All-Star this year? It's something very interesting to talk about when it comes down to Dez, a guy who you would figure if the Grizzlies are good. I think they will be good this year, even with Ja Morant being out. I believe that the All-Star break, when that time comes around, especially in December, January, when the voting starts coming around, you start taking a look who those All-Stars may be. I don't think Desmond Bane, there's no chance he's going to be voted in as a starter, but I could definitely see him being a reserve in the West. Of course, there are big names in the West. You got Bradley Beal, who migrated from the East to the West.
That's a big time.
There's no way there's going to be 3 guys from that Suns team. They're going to be phenomenal. I'm not going to act like they won't be. I'm sure they'll be a great team.
Is Dame going to be in the West or in the East?
That's what I'm saying. You don't even know if Dame's going to be in the West. You got Jamal Murray, who hasn't been an All-Star yet. You'd assume this is the year he probably breaks through. It'll be interesting, though, man. You're going to get all 3 of Devin Booker, Luka Doncic, Steph Curry. Those guys will be, in the All-Star game. 2 of them will be starters, which is also crazy, too. We'll have that discussion another time where I don't know. I don't know what the NBA needs to do. I think they need to kind of make it kind of semi-positionless because, Luka kind of messes up the All-Star vote. You know what I mean?
He does.
Because it's like he's a big-ass guard who's also is more of a wing.
Right.
But it's like you're going
to put him at point? You're going to put him at where do you put him at? What has he gone in as in the All-Star game? Has he been a point guard?
He goes in as a guard every year.
As a guard every year. So they don't have it broken down to like point guard, shooting guard, wing. They have just
guards. He's front court, back court.
Interesting.
And I think it should be 3 smalls, 2 bigs.
Yeah.
And I think if you kind of did that, you could kind of, I don't know, man. I don't know what you need to do with it. But but do something. Like, just take the vote in and, like, okay, make the best lineup that makes sense for your starters. Because Ja Morant, Steph, and Booker and Luka are going to be your 4 guys. And 3 of those guys should be starters, man. You know what I mean? And I get it. It's weird. We'll see how that all works out. But, yeah.
How much weight do you put on being a starter in the All-Star game, especially because it's a fan vote?
It's not all fan vote now, which makes it a little better, because they were talking about that on the radio today too. Because they were like, man, I can see a scenario where people just fanboy Ja to the point where he's damn near a starter and he ain't played a game.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because that happened with Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
Who Ja gets compared to. He up until the last minute. No, he did get voted in that year that he played for the Grizzlies. I want to say he got voted in as a starter that year. So. I might be wrong, but yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting to see. I think Dez gonna have a breakthrough year this year. He's gonna be I think he's gonna be a 25+ point per game scorer. You know what I mean? I think that's gonna happen. If you got a guy who's doing that, shooting 40+% from 3, your team's gonna be, you assume the team's gonna be good. It's not gonna happen by accident. So you assume Jaren's gonna have a crazy year. On both sides of the ball. Totally wouldn't be surprised if Desmond Bane cracks it in as an All-Star this year. And
you think contracts have anything to do with that, with the way that people are perceived fan-wise in terms of All-Star games?
Because I'll be honest, man, I'm a big Jaylen Brown fan. I think he deserved the recognition he got. All-Star, All-NBA, all those things. But the fact that people knew that he was up for All-NBA, that he was up for a Supermax contract, I think that weighed a lot as far as how people were perceiving him this year.
Yeah.
For sure.